Good morning. It is September 22 and I am at Rasar State Park, which is in western Washington. As you can see, I'm leaving my camping spot and oh look, right here is a hiking trail. So this park has 3 miles or so of hiking trails, so that's what I'm gonna do this morning. You can tell I'm near the coast. The trees are getting bigger and mossier and the ferns are bigger. It just has that feel about it. I think I'm about 50 miles away, I think, from the coast about. I'm just guessing. Okay, come to a little junction. Let's see what the sign says. Aha, Skagit River Loop. Definitely going this way. See, this tree is massive. And then, looks like we get out into a field. Interesting. After the Korah fiasco and rebellion and unnecessary deaths of a lot of people because they just didn't trust in God's appointed leaders, God had Moses get the leader of each tribe and bring their rods to him. And Moses wrote the name of each person on their rod, including Aaron's rod. They were to be placed in the tabernacle of meeting before the testimony, where God would meet them, i.e., this is the most holy place. So a very solemn occasion indeed. Then God said that the rod of the man that I will choose will blossom. Thus I shall rid myself of the complaints of the children of Israel which they make against you. So Moses took the 12 rods and placed them before the Lord in the tabernacle of witness. Well, it's good I'm able to talk with you right now because it's just a walk around a field. The next day he went into the sanctuary and whoa, the rod of Aaron of the house of Levi had put forth buds and then blossoms and then yielded ripe almonds. Moses brought out all the rods and the men took them back, except Aaron's rod. God had Moses place that back into the sanctuary as a sign against the rebels, that you may put their complaints away from me, lest they die. If you're a birder, you will like this walk. Then the children of Israel spoke to Moses, saying, surely we die, we perish, we all perish. Whoever even comes near the door of the tabernacle of the Lord must die. Shall we all utterly die? God was the one that chose the rod. God announced a creative miracle with lasting results and deposited it in the sanctuary as proof that all questions would come to an end regarding Aaron's position. Ah, the trees are starting to turn. Okay, I've come full circle around the field and now they have a pathway cut through the middle of the field. It's kind of fun following a map and going zigzagging here and there. And as you can tell, it's an interpretive trail, so it's been kind of interesting, the history of this valley, the people that settled here along the Skagit River. A true priesthood, which represented the people before God and pointed forward to Christ's priesthood, was a crucial part of the Israelite worship system. Okay, now we're leaving the field section and going into a different section. See what I mean about zigzaggy trails? This is my campsite and I went there and then I went around there and now I cut across there and back on there, and now I'm here and I'm gonna go this way. I'm gonna go this way, this way, this way to the end there and then back and then probably up here. Only divine power could make the dead rod of Aaron into a fruitful ministry. And you will recall that God used it when leaving Egypt for many miracles. Like it became a snake. Aaron's rod produced blossoms and then yielded ripe almonds. And you may say to yourself, why almonds of all things? But this is particularly appropriate because the Hebrew term for blossom is the same that is used for the high priestly golden crown. Isn't that cool? All right, here we are coming to the Skagit River, the mighty Skagit. I gotta go down some sand. It's flowing pretty fast. Imagine salmon swimming all the way up this river from the ocean. That's amazing. They were spawning in Rockport, where I was camped the other day. So that was neat. I don't see any in this part. Yeah, this is not the easiest walking I've done. Moreover, the bowls of the lampstand in the sanctuary were shaped like almond blossoms. This linked them to the idea of watchfulness, the meaning of the root from which the Hebrew word almond is derived. Keeping the sanctuary lamps burning all night emphasizes the fact that God is always watching over his people. Look at these big, beautiful birch trees. Wow, they're massive. Since the adult Israelites were already condemned to die in the wilderness, they thought that there was nothing left to lose by further rebelling against God. Okay, this is literally the hugest cottonwood I have ever seen. Wow. Now they were finally persuaded that submitting to his punishment was the best option. However, they were so traumatized that they were afraid to even approach the sanctuary. The healing hiker rating for this Rasar State Park trail system is a 4 out of 5. I probably shouldn't have spent so much time in the field section when there was all this woods and river to walk by. But lesson learned. Definitely you must do it if you come to this park. It's pretty special. And I really appreciated their maps posted throughout the trails. This is the first state park in Washington I've been to that has had maps. Otherwise, I'm just kind of floundering on my own, and often the volunteers at the park don't have a clue about the trails. So I really appreciated that. One last look at the river before I head to camp. See how rebellions and uprisings make people afraid to approach God? How sad. What is preventing you from approaching God and putting your trust in Him?